Very good morning, everyone. Today we start with the 4th day of International Women's Day celebrations with an invited talk. I invite Dr. S. Velmati, Professor of Chemistry and Chairperson of Women's Cell, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning, one and all who has gathered here. So it is a very glad to meet you all in this 4th day of Women's Day celebrations. It is my immense pleasure to welcome you all for the 4th day meeting. So first of all, I would like to welcome our chief guest today, Ms. B. Sridevi, Deputy Commissioner of Police, South Tiruchirappalli City. We amidst her busy schedule, she has accepted to visit us and talk to all the young minds here. So she was very much interested to see whether the students and she will be talking about the women and safety, and we welcome you, madam. And our director, madam, has some busy appointments there. So in her absence, I just welcome her because she is a driving force to organize all these events. Without her support, it would not be a possibility. So our thanks to our director, madam. I welcome all the Women's Cell team members, organizing committee members, professors, heads and deans of NITT, all faculty members, women faculty, non-teaching staff, research scholars, students, and both boys and girls have come in good numbers. So as the safety of women is also lies in the hands of men, so it is the right thing that boys are also attending the event. So I welcome all the staff, faculty, students, and administrative people for coming here in good numbers for this lecture. So I welcome you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Madam B. Sridevi, IPS, Deputy Commissioner of Police South, Trichy City, is with us today. She is a graduate in BE Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Chennai. She joined Tamil Nadu Police Service as Deputy Superintendent of Police in 2009, and she served in Thiruvallur and Kanchipuram districts. In 2012, she has been transferred to SCRB, Police Computer Wing, as Deputy Superintendent of Police. Madam Sridevi was promoted as ADSP in 2017 and served as Additional Superintendent of Police, Police Computer Wing, State Crime Records Bureau, Chennai. As a feather on her cap, she received Police Anna Medal 2020 for outstanding devotion to duty from the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, subsequently promoted as Superintendent of Police in June 2022 and posted as Deputy Commissioner of Police South, Trichy City. Now I invite Madam B. Sridevi, IPS, to speak about women and safety.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected dignitaries on the dais, students and faculty. Faculty are also part. Can you see who the faculty are? More faculty are there than students. Okay. Very good morning to all. I look at this, it's very nice that the college is taking up this initiative of celebrating Women's Day. And it's a week-long celebration. It's nice, but then for me, I look at this as an opportunity to interact with you all, to convey certain things which during the routine work, see, as my day goes, we meet lot of issues and we meet people with problems. So when I look at them, sometimes I feel we should convey this to public. We should interact with public where they are made aware of lot of things. So I take this as an opportunity where I can convey my messages. And first of all, I would like to wish all the very beautiful and talented young women, the faculty, everyone a very happy Women's Day. And on the occasion of first, I'll talk about from the Women's Day point of view. So we talk about a lot of things like Women's Day. How did it come up? It is basically nothing but some protests, some demonstrations in different parts of the world, which is resulted in the women getting right to vote and lot of other basic rights. So that movement, that protest is later, it became a day of celebration, and it's become Women's Day. March 8th was marked as Women's Day from 1977 onwards. So that is a day we have marked for what? To celebrate, to highlight the achievements basically, and to get together and talk about what we have achieved and what further we can do. So, and when you talk about Women's Day, women empowerment is one famous word now. Women need rights, women need to be empowered. So how many of you think we are empowered? You think we still need to be empowered more or more? Some more has to be done. Definitely it is a work in progress. Some more has to be done, but things have changed. Things have changed and things have moved quite well in our favor. See, if I should mention, Tamil Nadu Police has more than 20,000 women officers, and I think, if I'm not wrong, in the country we are the one state where the women officers are more in numbers, and a lot of women officers are holding very high positions. But still there is some basic things which are still lacking. Some traditions, or in the name of tradition, certain things which are being done, that can be changed. But then again, coming back to women empowerment, I would say that the main person or the only person who should work for it is the woman herself. It is in your hands, purely in your hands. You never look at the men. Boys are not responsible, okay? So why am I saying that? I just came across one, generally they call me to too many places where I have to talk different things. I can't go on talking the same thing. So I need to prepare a bit. So I was looking at some quotes. So I looked at this quote where it said, woman is a full circle. She can create, nurture and transform. That's when it hit me that we talk so much about women empowerment, we accuse men of so many things, but then the actual thing lies in our own hands. Why am I saying that? Women only give birth to children and women raise men. And if we accuse men of something, it is us who have raised them. A small example is how, very famous example I'll tell, what mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationship. So if a mother-in-law is expecting certain things from the daughter-in-law, if you see, I've seen many mothers-in-law say, let him sleep, why are you sleeping? Women should not sleep till so late, it's not good for the house. The son will be sleeping. The son and the daughter-in-law will go for a movie together. Both will come late. Who has to wake up early? The daughter-in-law. So that kind of talk, that is some simple example. I don't want to talk about too many things, but that attitude, that talk, that's where we have to change. We have to change. I would actually like to mention that my mother, when I was growing up, I used to be a little bit of, my brother used to call me rowdy, but then if he asked me to turn off the fan, I will say, you are sitting right there, why don't you do it yourself? Then he'll shout, Ma, she's not listening to me, Ma, I'm an older brother, she's not listening. I say, why should I listen? You have hands, you have legs, you go and put on the switch yourself. You are sitting close to it. He'll ask me to get up and go and put it on for him. So I never used to do whatever he said. So he used to say, you get married and go, they'll chase you out in 1 week, maximum. So I said, that is between me and my in-laws, you keep quiet, I'll handle. It has been successful 13 years since I got married, so they have not chased me out yet. So I think my brother was, I proved him wrong. So that credit goes to my husband. I'm talking about the men in my life. My husband, who's been putting up with me, I would say, he's been supporting me in my career. And of course, my father-in-law himself. See, when I got into training, it was really difficult. I'll tell you why. See, everything I say, you can correlate to yourself and make changes wherever you can. So I found it very difficult when I got into training. Though I wanted to become a police officer, very specific. Na police department, I have to wear uniform. I was very clear on that. But then I didn't do any of the groundwork needed for that. Extremely lazy. That's what I would call myself. I used to wake up at 10 in the morning. My mother wakes me up for a shuttle walk. We'll go for a walk or something. I'll say, I'll sleep. So I'll wake up at 10, 10:30. And then I'll, go out with my cousins. And so after a point of time, I realized that I have to sit and study. I studied. I struggled for almost 5 to 6 years. Then I got the job. So when I went for the academy, I had to do a lot of physical exercises, which I found really difficult. First thing was I had to wake up at 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning, it was a torture for me. My mom was laughing. She said, I told you to wake up at 8 in the morning, you refused. Now you have to wake up at 4 in the morning, okay, go. She won't tell it to me openly because I used to fight with her. It's because of you I'm finding it difficult to wake up. So I had to wake up at 4 in the morning. My day started at 4 and entire day was packed. We had to do parade, PT and everything till 8:30. Walk back from the parade ground. We'll have 15 to 20 minutes to get ready. I'm not joking. 15 to 20 minutes to put on your uniform, have bath, put on your uniform and run to the mess, have your breakfast and walk back to your class. So in that 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we had to get ready and go. And in the mess, what happened? They gave me idlis. At home, if someone gave me idli, before my training, I used to get angry. I used to shout at them. Who asked you to make idlis? I want dosa. So there I had to eat idlis which were not half as good as the ones my mom made. It was like quite bad. We had to fight with the mess people for that. That is a different story. So I had to eat idlis. Okay, I quietly ate it because the whole day I have to sit in the class. So we used to walk to class. In 1 or 2 weeks into the training, I got some knee issues and things like that. Had to take some day off. Really difficult. But then slowly after 3 months, I would say, after 3 months, I got into the thing of getting up early and working out and things like that. So now I regret. In college, in school, I should have played more. I should have done more exercise. Those things I'm seriously regretting, but I don't want any of you to do that mistake. Please do some basic exercise. When you grow up and when you want to do it, you will not have time. Believe me, you will not have time to spare half an hour of your day for your personal care. The most important is exercise. See, in this day and age, you see people, they get into a lot of bad habits. Stress. So why are you smoking? But stress. Why are you drinking? Just to relax. I will tell you, if you exercise, the amount of energy you get, the happiness you get, that the hormones that get released into your body, that happiness you will not get, and that is healthy also. All these bad habits will eventually lead to, health issues. And not only that, we are seeing lot of crimes. And people who commit crimes are doing it under the influence of alcohol or some drugs, and they don't even know, half of them don't even know what they're doing. And it is very sad to notice that this kind of habits, this kind of crimes amongst juvenile are seen more. School students and college students are taking up to all kinds of bad habits more and more these days. So we have seriously gotten into all kinds of awareness programs and talks, and of course the stringent measures, the registration of cases. There is no excuse for such, delinquencies and I would say the use of drugs and other things. That strict enforcement is on one side and we are creating awareness on the other side. But whatever we say, whatever we talk, it is up to the students to take it up. So to me, when they told me do this, do that, get up, do this, study and all that, I didn't listen. I had to face the consequences. Literally had to face the consequences 1 full year. Then only I started getting into the group. So when we tell you about certain things, when I am talking here, it is only based on real life experiences and whatever I have seen. My own experience or what I have seen during the last 10 to 12 years of experience. And with that intention that you all should take it up and prevent things before it happens. That is the core idea of this particular speech. The main idea is to make you understand that prevention is definitely better than cure. I've seen students, parents, they come and stand, they ask for excuses, they talk, they explain things. Sometimes we are not in a situation to help. So that is one thing. So getting into all these bad habits and all won't help. And going back to what I was saying, please please do some exercise, please spend some good time for self-care. Otherwise, which you will not get easily. So this, the whole point is, when I was younger, when I didn't listen, when I was like that, my mother always supported me. She said, I want you to work. I don't want you to do only the standard things of life. You go, you study, you have to work. And it is only because of her. By her force, I am in the department and I am working. So, women empowerment basically depends on women. And another thing is, I have to mention my mother-in-law, she is not a big fan of me working in the police department because I am not there half the time. For whatever she likes to do, some pujas and other things, I am not available. For good days, for festivals, we are not there. So that is when we are working. So though she's not a big fan, she has definitely supported me. When I was in SCRB, like State Crime Records Bureau, she used to pack lunch for me. So every day lunch used to be packed by my mother-in-law. So this, why I am mentioning such small things is to show that women definitely play a important role in empowering other women. If they all think that no, you should not do all this, you sit at home, just get married, do your routine things and be at home, would have been different. My life could have been totally different. So every woman here, it is in your hands that you can make a difference. You can create leaders. You can actually empower a lot of women by your ways of thinking, by changing your ways of thinking or your way of thinking and enabling others. And special request would be to the parents, or in future when you have kids, if you have boy babies, spend some extra time in training them to be nice to women. I have a son. I literally use him like a slave. He says, Ma, what? He's only 9 years old. I'll tell, go get that water bottle, do this, do that. Till you're telling too much work. I said, you have to work for me. You literally have to work for me, you understand? When your wife comes, you have to work for her also. I am training him in one way where he understands women can be this way also. It's not like women have to do all the work. In a funny way, I'm telling you in a funny way, but then basic idea is to make them understand they're equal. So I told him, you also learn to cook. If your wife cooks one day, you also cook the other day. Don't expect your wife to cook. Do I cook? Does your father cook at times? He says, yes, daddy cooks better. So I said, yes, so you cook better. So these are the things in a small way, but then it will make such big difference. I cannot begin to tell. It makes a lot of difference. So I request everyone to keep this in mind. You can make a difference. It's in your hands that women are empowered. You don't have to go around complaining about men. Leave out the poor men. Now I would say men, I feel bad for them. This woman empowerment is gone in another way. There are a lot of false complaints. So we feel bad for the men who get stuck. So don't do that. Don't put it in a way where it will go into men empowerment. The scenario might change. Saving men kind of thing. So it is slowly becoming like that, where lot of false complaints, I'm not joking, lot of false complaints keep coming. So this, regarding women empowerment, I wanted to tell you that your role is important. And okay, then about moving on to safety. So basically they wanted me to talk about safety. Safety again has a lot to do with you. What are you for, madam? Is that what you are asking? Everything is with you, with you. We are there to help, definitely. We play a very important role, but you have to help us help you. Because there is limitation for everything. Seriously, sometimes I feel that people think Police officers are Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk. I pull one string, my uniform will come on, I can fly. It's not like that. Sometimes they expect like that. It's not like that. There are lot of restrictions also. But one thing I have to tell you is, with whatever resources are there, you all can be seriously proud of Tamil Nadu police. Not that I'm working in that, but then if you look at, you compare issues, compare the way things are tackled, Tamil Nadu police is way, way better than other police forces. Wherever you go, I've seen people from other states come and tell, your police department is much better. You can really be proud of the way police react. Of course, there are hiccups here and there. There are people who do not do the job well, as in all other departments. You see, a doctor can be bad, a teacher can be bad, an advocate can be bad, anyone, any profession for that matter. A police officer can also be not delivering his things. But it's not, you cannot generalize for that. Lot of things being spoken that the entire department, lot of jokes are there. You don't have to take it seriously. Majority of the officers work. We work with lot of issues and we work in very limited resources. So we would definitely love it if you can extend your support. Support in what way? We don't want you to do anything. Take care of yourself. Certain basic precautions, please be aware. So I always say that awareness. You be aware wherever you are. You know that everyone around you are not saints. Everyone around you are not good people. Some people are miscreants or criminals are there amongst you, wherever you move. So you need to be aware. You have to be alert to avert. Simple. Be alert and you avert incidents where you will lose your property, you might get into trouble, a lot of consequences to be faced. See, that kind of situation you don't want to put yourself in. It's better to avoid and move on. Have a smooth life. So that is what is the basic idea. You have to be very, very cautious. Madam, how do you want us to be cautious? Every time I go out, I should just be looking around. Should I be very, doubtful of people? Not like that. Not like that. Basic things I'll tell you. There are three, I always say that there are 2-3 places where you have to be aware. One is at home. Then when you move, anywhere you go, you have to move from A point to B point, on road, and then in workplace, that's it. There is one other space which we are always in, the cyberspace. You have to be very, very careful. See, when we are in our phone, we think that only us, we are doing things. It is not like that. You are exposed to a lot of crimes online, which as youngsters, we generally tend to ignore. Though we may know, you are reading a lot, you are seeing a lot of movies are being made, lot of things are being, but then you might tend to ignore at that point when it is nicer to talk to someone, interact with someone on social media. Appa mak theriyadu. Appa. Those days, was there internet? You have to talk to someone, we need to use the landline. And the landline will have one intercom in the bedroom. I pick up the phone, my mother can hear who I am talking to. We had such difficulties, sir. You all are easy, happy. Now you do whatever you want on the phone. No one will know. Very nice, safety. Each one has one mobile phone. Am I right? Anyone without mobile phone? Your parents have given you mobile phone for connectivity, for your safety, to know where you are. Please keep it that way. Of course, see, lot of things will be done. Youngsters tend to do things, talk to people, all that is fine. But keep your safety as the most important. Don't get carried away while talking to people. I have seen women come to me saying, how do you know this fellow? Madam, met online. I spoke on Instagram. When did you meet him? After this many months, one day he called me, I went and met him. I like him. Okay. So if that works out well, then I am not in the picture. Half the time it doesn't work out well. You don't meet strangers and talk. Don't trust people just like that. I'll tell you, trusting people, which is good in one way, but it's harmful in many ways. So don't trust people, random people. Trust your parents, trust your teachers, trust the police department, trust me, basically. So you have to trust selected people. You cannot trust everyone. I have seen people cry. I have not been able to help them. Simple. Everything happened on cyberspace. Cannot help. We can only do legal things. Legally, what has to be done, we can do. But at that point, we feel bad for the person. There is no way. The parents feel bad that their name is spoiled, that kids are traumatized, and lot of other legal issues. All that comes up when we are not thinking about our own safety. So whatever you do, keep your safety as the center point, and you work around that. I'm not telling don't do things, you enjoy, you talk, you do whatever you want, but then keep your safety as the focal point. This is cyberspace, and cyber crimes, there are a lot of crimes coming up. Even I myself won't be knowing certain methods of operation, but then there are a lot of crimes. Anything and everything online, you have to be doubtful. Simple ones are like not sharing your OTP. This is basic now. Those things have become very basic. Don't share your personal details, OTP, etc. with whoever calls on. Don't do that unless you are very, very sure of the source. The banks, the financial institutions, they themselves say that you need not share your details. Despite that, there are people who come by mistake. By mistake, I shared OTP. That is one thing. And there are things like, now recent one issue which is going around is that Google Pay thing. I don't know if you have seen it on WhatsApp. The police department has released one circular that when you receive money on Google Pay from someone, do not return it back immediately online. Even that transaction, they are trying to take off your personal details, hack your account, etc. You ask the person to come to a nearby police station and hand over the cash to that person with proper acknowledgement. See, whatever you do, if you have doubts, please approach the police station and give the details. And there are things, other frauds online like the loan apps, basically easy money. These are things I have seen personally. Complaints have come to me, loan apps, where the person gives loan, they've repaid the loan, but then they've taken out all the personal details of that person who has taken the loan, and they've used the photos, morphed it. They've done all kinds of nonsense online where their pictures are being circulated and they're blackmailed for money. So immediately we block the numbers and do the basic, first aid kind of thing. But then things are happening, and whoever the victims who come to us, they feel bad that, madam, see, this is what they've done with my photo, this is what I've done. So those are unauthorized loan apps. Do not download any app from unknown source. Verify the source before you touch anything online. On your phones, you will receive, you have hit a jackpot, you have won a lottery, you have done this, done. Don't believe anything. People have seen those messages and paid money. Sir, to give you 1 crore, you pay us this much. Okay. They keep paying money. And they come back to us and say that this is what has happened. So any link, any unauthorized link, click on this to see this. You will get a free gift. Don't click on anything. So be careful. The simple thing gets loaded into your phone. It will take out all the some virus, whatever you call it, take out all the information. So these are certain things. Online, you have to be careful. So online, post pictures with your thing in you have your own private accounts. You can block everyone. But then you remember, when you post pictures, it is liable to be taken. It is there for everyone to take. So post pictures, limited numbers, safe, keep your account safe, do your basic blocking and other things when you create accounts online. And for any reason, do not talk to any strangers. That is most important. So the cyber says is one thing, and then if you get into any issues with money, say you have realized that you've given your OTP to someone and your amount has been taken. Immediately, it's like within an hour, if you call 1930, this is a helpline, 1930, they can freeze the account. They can freeze, and they can revert the money that you have lost. So this is one helpline which has been recently started and is helping a lot. What happens is, most of them who don't know this, they come to us after one day, after many hours, and they report, and it becomes difficult to help them. So please spread the word. 1930 is for any kind of cyber crime. If you have lost money, please inform immediately. You can go to any nearby police station and ask for help, or just call 1930. So that will be the helpline to help you for on cyber crimes. And then I was talking about women at home. See, mostly, generally women are at home. And when they are at home, we tend to leave the doors open. What idea I don't understand. They leave the doors open, the windows are open for anyone and everyone to come in. See, my own house, they say, Saindra Velakethu ikkano, Mahalakshmi will come, keep the door open. Mahalakshmi comes, fine. What if some other person walks? I keep telling them, please close the door when no one is there. You can walk freely. Once I just walked in, up, out, no one saw me. It is that bad. So, there are a lot, what I'm trying to say is, nice, properly educated people also take it easy. It's not like a person who's living in a village or anything. Proper educated people take it very light. I have not been able to convince my mother-in-law and father-in-law to keep a watchman or someone to take care of them. My father-in-law will say, Nanda watchman irkene, Nanda irkene. No point. So I keep telling them, but little difficult to, unless something happens, people are not ready to hear. That is the problem. So basic thing is keep your doors closed. And if you want to keep it open, put one grill door. You want air circulation to be there, put one grill door, put one grill for the window properly and then keep the windows open. See, lot of things can be done. Have a dog at home or hire a watchman if you can. And lot of main thing is you can put in technology. CCTV cameras help a lot. Seriously, it's very helpful with proper storage. I'll tell you why, again I'll give you examples. Proper storage, CCTV cameras are most important. If you live in a residential association, area with a residential association, please talk to your people and discuss and put in cameras at proper junctions and points where all the in and exit to your area is covered. That's it, simple. In and out of the area should be covered, and the CCTV cameras that you put in should have good resolution. So if you put in a camera and there is no recording, there is no use. If it is poor resolution, again no use. So you have to put in good cameras. This will help a lot in both it will be a deterrence. People who see the cameras are there will tend to think twice before committing a crime, as well as in detection. It is very useful. So this technology is on one side, and other things like lot of other things you can think of, burglar alarms and having a watchman for the entire area. I've seen places where they've hired watchmen, one fellow will be roaming around in the night in the entire area. See, these sound very basic, but these basic things only will help. And you yourself being aware, okay, I'm alone in the house. Let's lock the door. I'm alone in the house, let's not let any stranger come in for any reason. We call lot of people apps for cleaning, for this, that plumber, electrician keeps coming and going. You don't know the person, don't open. You know the person also. When you're alone in the house, tell him to come later. If it is very urgent, you be aware, known person you let in, keep watching. See, these things will definitely be, it will make a difference, because this awareness, if nothing happens, is good. If something could have happened, you would have prevented that. And na thaniyar nada idella panano. No. You, even if you 2-3 women are together, there are things which have happened. I'll tell you one example. This one guy, there is a house where they wanted to rent a portion. The to-let board is there. One fellow walks in, very decent, neatly dressed, talks proper English, says, Madam, I want to rent the house. Can I see the portion? So 3 women are there in the house. 2-3 women. They have a dog also on top of that. So even if you have a camera, dog, 5-6 people, burglar alarm, everything, if you are not alert, things can still go wrong. But then eventually it will help. That's what this story is all about. This guy goes in and he says, Ma'am, please tie the dog. So they promptly tie the dog. Then there is an old lady and 2 younger ladies. So this lady, she shows the portion. Okay, I like the house, I'll bring my wife. He says, okay, madam, I'll see you. He leaves. And then the next day morning, as mentioned, he comes promptly 10:30. He walks in and he says, my wife is on the way, can you please tie the dog? Yes, okay, sir. They tie the dog. I would like to sit upstairs, let my wife come, I'll go sit. They say, okay. And then they take him up. He locks the door. She's an old lady. He locks the door, takes out a knife, small knife. He says, take out all your jewelry, robs her, and he walks out. Okay. So then we got information and we went in. One good thing was he didn't assault her. That was a good thing, but that is also a possibility again. So she was lucky that he didn't do anything. She gave away the jewelry and then he went. So then when we went, we asked, she said he was wearing a mask. I have no clue. Endha vandila vandaru? I don't know. I didn't see. He spoke here, he left. Okay, can you tell how he spoke? Any accent, anything? What kind of, from which area he could be? Nothing. Is there a CCTV camera? No, no camera. So absolutely no clue. You know what helped us? The neighbor had a CCTV camera. And that lady, such a smart lady, she's some 70 plus. We want to go and see the camera. She has the monitor inside. She says, I can't let you in. My special team were in civil clothes. She said, na ullala odamata. Nee yaru? Ma police ma. I won't let you in. She doesn't come out. I actually appreciated her. Madam, and amma ulle odamatenranga. I said, okay, I'll come. So she saw me in uniform. I said, ma'am, I'm so and so. We have come. There has been a robbery next door. I want to see the camera. Okay, madam, come inside. These people are coming in civil clothes. How will I let them in? Ma'am, this person, you can let them in. So they walked in. The next day also when they went, she said, nothing doing. I will not open the door for you. You come in uniform, show your ID, then I'll... Even in uniform, it is not... You cannot be sure that the person is from the police department. You know that? So she was extra cautious. When I went, she let me in. We went in, saw the footage, we took the footage. It is not very clear. It's not like in movies they show. Clear, this fellow, that fellow, nothing like that. My team actually struggled. Literally kept watching the footage again and again. We got some small clues how the bike looked. And based on that clue, we kept watching that area and all other areas. We actually nabbed him, see, with the bike, with the shape of that person, with the helmet he was wearing. With that, we nabbed him. He said, so, ma'am, I'm working in some concern in Chennai. I do work from, you are from Chennai or you work from home? I work from home, madam. And then we keep asking, said, how can you accuse me of such things? I said, you shut up, we have every evidence. Then he confessed. We showed him the footage, this, that. Then he actually confessed. We got the recovery. See how we believe that he is the guy who's done. We got the jewelry recovered. So this lady's footage helped us and we could catch that guy. Otherwise he would have continued doing this. It's not a big thing, but then he would have continued and a lot of others will get cheated. So this is where 2-3 women were in the house. A dog was there in the house. So this is how it turned out. And that lady is a nice example. Older lady, very smart. She kept a camera. She had footage recording where we could take the clippings. Everything set. So that lady, I'm still in touch with her. Very nice, decent woman who knows what she's doing kind of thing. So this responsible citizen, this is how they help us. So that helped in detecting the case and that is different. And what I wanted to say is, with this lady, when I told that she didn't let us in, during night rounds, so we go into residential areas, we move in and all that. I saw one door slightly open. So I was thinking someone has opened the door or the door was left open by the inmates, we don't know, so check. So we were checking and the door was open. So we got a little suspicious, so we called the lady, that it was a tailoring unit and that owner was living next door in that house. So we knocked on the door. She looked at through the window and she came out. She just walked out and said, madam, my thing only, I'll lock it and all. So this again is wrong. Middle of the night, so I told her, see, talk to me from the window, don't come out. Don't just walk out just because you saw us in khaki uniform. Don't have to trust like that. Another place in the middle of the night, 1:30. The door is open, everything is open. I go and ask, one single lady is walking out. I asked her, why is the door open? Why are you sitting like this? Man, my husband is on the way. He said he's coming, he's nearby, so I left the door open. You let him come and knock. Why are you in a hurry? Why do you have to leave the door open? He said, please lock everything and sit. Let him come, let him knock, see if it is him, then you open the door. So these things which are like casually done, it's not a big crime, not a big thing. We will not realize, but those things can become such traumatic experiences. I have spoken to people who are just, Madam, nadandu poittu irundhen, chain snatching. Snatching is something which, see, when you are on the road, when you're walking, you have to be a little bit aware. What I would say is, don't fight back. Some people who have fought back, they've fallen down, hit their face on the road, and becomes very, the trauma is that property is gone is one thing, you get hurt also. I would request you to at least look at some clue, some bike, this, that. Suddenly when it happens, people they cannot see. They are in shock. So they don't see. But then if something is there, or they can raise an alarm, then immediately we can secure the person. And reporting immediately. Most of the incidents, they come and tell us minimum half an hour they take. I don't blame the victim because they will be in shock. They won't know whom to contact. This is the time where they don't know whom to contact, how to tell, how to go about it. That's why I'm talking about downloading an app today where all the contact details are there, or you simply call 100. All you have to do is download one Kaval Udavi app is there. I request you all to put it in your phones. It is in the Play Store, and then if there is an emergency, you can click that SOS button wherever you are. Along with a 5 or 10 second video, your location will get transmitted, and there are a lot of other services, contact details, and everything can be taken from that app. So you don't have to think whom to contact, how to contact kind of thing. Just call 100. In Trichy city, I can say that if you call 100 and say that there is a disturbance, there is a problem, within 5 to 7 minutes, the patrol vehicle will reach you. That is the response time. We reach before that, but then if it is a little far, 5 to 7 minutes is maximum. Everywhere, in all cities, they are trying to keep up that response time. So that is what is happening here. So the number 100 you keep in your head. Otherwise, you can call from the app. If you want station details, it is all available there. So at that situation, you should know, okay, we'll call the police, we'll alert. Then at least in some way, we will look for the person. Some clues are there, we can secure him immediately. So the reporting is very, very important. And more than that, awareness. When you're walking in a lonely road, some bike guy is repeatedly, moving around. Some bike guy is coming behind you. Just walk on the platform, move away a bit. Small, small things. You don't have to be scared of every bike around you, but be aware. Things are happening. Things may happen. So you will be just little bit aware of things when you walk on the road. So at home, I would still say that even if people are there, be wary of what you're doing, what people are asking of you. Do not open the door for anyone unless you're sure. Lock the doors, put in nice cameras and strengthen your location. Some places the doors are very, very weak. They just push open and go. Eppadi vanna ulla? Door appadida madam, thalli tulont. What is the point in having a door? I've seen like that. And at that point, I won't be able to say anything. Sorry, okay, fine. That's the door you have. That's what we have to deal with. After that, they say so many complaints. Then we call the complaint aside and then say, then that person has actually changed the house after that issue. And one more thing is reporting. See, there are certain crimes women will not like to report. It is up to you. Whether you report the crime or not is up to you. How you handle. But then you should remember one thing, by reporting the crime, we can prevent such things from happening further. Lot of other victims can be saved. There is one person, one girl who reported a crime. Because of that, we nabbed a very habitual, notorious, whatever offender who would have otherwise spoiled the lives of many women. It is one, in my career, I have seen one notorious fellow like that. And we are so happy that he is still in jail. We keep in touch with the victims and they say, Madam, I hope he doesn't come out. We are scared. I hope he does. I said, it is all in you. First thing is in your hands that you have reported. You done really well. Lot of crimes never got reported. He has actually committed a lot of crimes in Madurai and all those places, but never got reported. They would say the half of it, just the robbery part. The abuse part, no one reported. So this, when it happened, we got him, we put him in jail, and I told them it is up to you to come to court and give a proper witness where he gets convicted. So that part we are following up. But the importance of reporting is you are a victim, then a lot of other victims can be saved. That is actually a very good thing that the girl did. Boldly she came and reported the crime, and we got to catch the person. And so these are the basic things at home, while on the road when you're going, traveling by bus. Another important thing I've noticed. Trichy city, I have worked in Trichy city in law and order. So what I've noticed is central bus stand. Every single day we have a issue. They say, madam, I slept, my laptop bag is missing. My chain is missing. How can your chain go missing? Where were you? Crowded bus, I was sitting, got up, my chain is missing. People sleep on the platform waiting for the bus, cell phone is missing. See, it is a place where a lot of people walk in and walk out. Lots of people. So we need to be a little more. And while getting into a bus, you should see the rush. Everyone wants to get in first, which is not going to work out. So when they are getting in, someone pulls off the cell phone. So people, the criminals know the mentality of normal public. The bus kitta nalla odi varuvanga. I'll go stand there, I'll get 2 cell phones. These people will sleep here, I will get 2 laptops. That's how they are working. So I tell my people, please walk around. There are people, can you believe there are police people walking around in central bus stand and advising people, sir, thoongiradinga, bus lo thoongiranga, parunga, unga belongings bhadrama vechukonga. We continuously create awareness. That is what is this, that's the only thing we can do. Lot of missing cases. I kept it here, it went. This kind of issues, you have to be aware of your belongings. You know how valuable your phone is. You know how valuable your jewelry is. You know how valuable your laptop is. Once the laptop is gone, some students have come to me, all my theses, all the documents are in the laptop. Again, it's very difficult to track. It might take many months or years to get it back. But then initial thing, like I'm saying, you be alert and avert the incident. That will help you a lot. So when you are carrying your belongings, please think, okay, this is my thing, I have to keep it safe. So these are all small things when you're traveling by train, bus, whatever it is. And train, generally people are very, very naive. I have seen that. Oh, sir, in bag vechkonga sir, I'll go to the bathroom and some random fellow. I ask, yaarta kudutittu poninga? Yaro irundanga madam, the paathukonga nu kudutittu. How can you give your bag to someone? Adu ulla irundha naga kaanum. What can I do? I should just tell them, don't trust. Bus la varumbodhu we are very friendly with people. Train la varumbodhu we become friends with people. Don't trust anyone. Like I said, one accused who I saw, he was neatly dressed, talks proper English, no one will suspect him. Proper background. Studied, well educated, but look at him. He stole a bike from Coimbatore, brought it to Trichy, and he's committing all the offences in the city. He's an educated fellow working for proper salary. You cannot even believe that he is a criminal. So, lot of people do things. People are innovating things. So, don't trust people blindly. So, when you are traveling, when you are on road, be wary of things. You take care of your own things. If you are alone, you carry your things and go. Or you come to the police booth. You need any help? There is a bus stand OP, outpost. You can come, police people will be there. So, at any point, we are making sure that some police presence is there. Sometimes, if it's not there, you have to be alone, you have to manage on your own. Or if you need help, you have to call. If you are in any stress, you have to call. So these are the things on the road. And one more thing, please advise. See, these are all not things that you might do, but you can tell your family, friends who might share the experience. As you spread the word, lot of things can be prevented. One more incident where there was a house breaking. We go and see the door is not broken. There is no forced entry, but the jewelry is missing. So walk in and ask, madam, what? Key inga da madam veppen. I keep my house keys here. I keep my cupboard key in this dabba. But then, not the house key, bedroom key, room key. So I go inside and ask, but the door is also not broken. Then we walk in and ask, the bedroom alla open irukku. The keys are inside, the key holder la, all the bureau keys where the jewelry is kept in, that key is also there in the puja room. We go in and I ask them, how did this happen? We don't know. Then we went up, the terrace door was open. அது எப்பயுமே நான் திறந்து தான் வச்சிருப்போம். Okay, very matter of, she is not bothered. She is saying தப்பு தான் இருக்கும். Okay, fine. சரி பார்த்தா it's very close. Every house is close by. One person can jump from one building to this onto this terrace. So we realized, okay, something of that sort could have happened. And then we tend to, think that maybe they have misplaced it somewhere, or within their family someone has taken. Lot of distractions, diversions in that whole thing. Then, what has happened actually in that issue? This lady, she travels by auto a lot. She has clearly spoken on the phone. Nabirella inge keela vechirukken, so much jewelry I have kept. Everything she's told the auto driver. The auto driver cleaner, he came back, he knew where he dropped her, took everything and went. This again, it took some time for us to first of all believe such a thing has happened. Then we caught the guy and interrogated. He said, auto lo sonnanga na ketittu vandu. It is very, even I will do it. When I have a phone, I am just not thinking. I'll tell, Ma, this is here, that is, I've kept it there, go take it. What I'm trying to say is, be little aware. Same thing can happen to us. So we have to be cautious when we are traveling in public transport. So lot of things are in our hands. As you can see, when I'm telling you, these are all real crimes. Many of the things are in our hands. Certain things you can't do much. And because you can't be aware all the time, I'm just telling you, these are the things that have happened. So basic awareness you can make sure is there. So I think I've covered much. And then mostly about, there are, again when it comes to trusting people, we have seen that lot of child rape cases and molestation and things like that do keep happening. But the real cases I've seen is quite very few. Lot of cases where the person willingly goes with the, a child willingly goes with the adult. So such cases also we take it as a criminal case, because the child is a person who cannot decide for himself, take a proper informed decision. So that is why legally it is not right. So such things also we keep getting. And when we are around children, when we are around youngsters, we need to keep telling them the consequences. We need to keep, educating them about the good and bad in a lot of things. Online, our children, all of them are online now. They play games. So we need to have parental controls on whatever they are watching. These are the things with children. You have to be very careful. And also, senior citizen. If your parents or grandparents or anyone say stay alone, you can put in a message with the police station for if you need to, watch them. Or you can put all these safety, if you don't want to tell everyone that they're alone, you can put in all safety measures for them. Tell them this is what the emergency numbers are. Tell them to be very careful when they travel by public transport, autos. Some people are old, people have to help them to come out of the auto. The auto drivers seem very nice, they go, majority of them are really nice. The auto drivers are really nice, they help people. But one or two here and there might create problems. So we generally have to be aware, be friendly, but be within your limit where your safety and your thing is the focal point. So lot of people help one another, the older people to go in, come out, they take them to hospitals. So those scenarios also we need to be alert, and you have to educate your older. They won't think about all these. So these things you have to tell them and educate them. And so these are the things which I wanted to say. And one more thing, very important thing is road safety. So road safety, why I keep stressing wherever I go, whether it is women's safety or whatever the topic given to me, I touch on road safety because it's something which is a very important issue which everyone needs to know. Tamil Nadu is unfortunately very high. We rank quite a bit in road accidents. It is because our roads are good, lot of traffic and all that, but still the road accidents are quite high, and the government is seriously taking up steps to reduce road accidents and reduce road deaths basically, and they've improved the 108 services. They're trying to, the response time, they're trying to do it very fast, but still certain things, see, road accidents can have, that is why it's called accident. You can't control much, but there are certain things which you can control that are very unfortunate things, like to save 2 minutes, they go on the wrong side of the road. To save 50 rupees or 100 rupees fuel, they go on the wrong side of the road. People have died to save 2 minutes, I've seen. When you analyze the whole thing, you see, to save 2 minutes, this fellow and his family have died. It is not worth it. Please follow the traffic rules. Even if it is difficult, you have to go a long way to take a U-turn, it's okay. Just do it. Why I am telling you is, you may be very responsible. That's why you spread awareness about such things. Person who tends to do this has to be corrected. You may be responsible, boy. If someone comes on the opposite side and hits you, again the person who has done everything right also ends up getting hurt. So road accidents are very, very important. It is the drivers have to be extremely responsible. If there is a no U-turn thing, don't do. If there is a wrong way, don't go. Don't take things light. You want to go back home? You want to go back home in single piece? Do what I'm saying. That's all I can say. I've seen gory scenes, which is very sad, very, very sad. And all that for simple things. And if you're sleepy, don't drive. Lot of people have, lot of vans get into accidents. They say, we went to Ramnath, Dindukal, everywhere and came out. You would have driven continuously without sleeping. So that is not, let your driver rest. These are the things which we can do. Beyond that, lot of things happen on the road that you can't do anything about it. But then if you see some road is not good, some potholes are there, some light is not there, be careful. And please inform the local authorities. There are apps for road safety also. You can give complaints or give complaint online. Lot of forums are there. The district collectors, they conduct road safety meeting where public also, 1 or 2 people from the NGOs and all, they participate and they give lot of feedback from the people. So such things, you want to bring it to the notice of the government, you can please do. And certain places you have to be very, very careful. And there are pedestrian crossing is another thing. So people get hit when they are crossing the roads. So all these things you have to keep in mind when you are on the road. And we have developed a service, online service, where if anyone is involved in an accident, you get insurance. So to claim that insurance, you need the case documents. Earlier, people had to go to the police station and get the documents. Now you don't have to go anywhere. Anyone can just sit at home and download the document for 20 rupees per document. Some basic fee is there. Only the victims can download the document because their numbers will be entered in the police station on the system. So this service is available for everyone. Any of your friends, family, whoever, God forbid, they've already met with an accident, they need documents, anything, please spread the word. So after the accident, all the other trauma of running around for documents, doing this and that will be, at least that we can help. So the roads accident, we have a service. And one more online service is for police verification. You go anywhere, you want to hire a person as a domestic help or a driver, or you want to give your house for rent. You can tell them to get a police verification done. They can do it online. I have to go around, a lot of things to be done. You say nothing to be done, go online and pay a fee. You will get the police verification certificate online. Or you can apply for that person. Either one, with his consent. You have to give his consent letter. So all this is there, which I am talking about services. Earlier you had to go to a government office, find out the section, go stand there, fill in forms and give. You can do it from home. Another thing which will help you all is lost documents. Documents you have missed: passport, school or college certificate, RC book, driving license, and ID cards. Any ID card which needs police record to get back that ID card. So these are the documents which you can report that you've gone missing online. Other documents you have to go in person, land documents, other things you have to go in person because it involves a lot of other issues, so you have to go in person. These documents you can report online and get a lost document report in no time. Then you go to the passport office and apply for a new copy. Then you go to RT office. Earlier, I'm telling you this procedure, it may sound very simple now. Earlier it took almost a month to get a no objection certificate from the police department. Then they had to go to the passport office. Now it will take a minute. We've reduced the time taken. So extremely simple facility. How important, what is the impact of this facility? I'll tell you a small joke. There is one guy who called me suddenly when I was in SCRB and he asked, Madam, I've lost my passport, what should I do? Sir, you go to the station and give a complaint. What are the documents I have to submit? I only knew 2 or 3 documents. And I said, sir, I will check and get back to you. Okay, please find out. So I asked the city CRB and got the documents and I gave him the list. He said, thank you, madam. To know this list itself, I had to run around. Thank you so much. I said, okay, sir. So at that point, we were going to make this online. So I told him, sir, don't worry. We are going to make this facility online. So you can apply online and get your lost documents. You know what his reaction was? Madam, நீங்க அப்படி மட்டும் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு மெரினா பீச்சில் ஒரு சிலை வச்சிடுவேன். I said, எனக்கு சிலை வைக்காதீங்க. Decision taken by the government, we are doing it. So the lost document report, people are suffering to get because the information is not there. They don't know what to do. If they know what to do, they go to the station, it gets done, it's different. Even then the procedure is 1 month, actual procedure. So all these things we have reduced, made it very simple. Please see the Tamil Nadu Police website. Just go and see what are all the services there. Everything, some of the things will be very useful. So maximum possible we have incorporated information will be there. Everything you can see. And apart from that, I would request everyone to download this Kaval Udavi app. Kaval Udavi app, please download now itself and keep it with you, just for information. And one more, I would like to conclude my speech. I think I've spoken quite a bit. I would like to conclude with one thing. Lot of fake news, rumors keep spreading on WhatsApp, everywhere, the social media. Do not trust every news you see. You trust one fake news and it creates panic. It's unnecessary panic. So do not believe the news unless you get it from an authentic source. And one more thing I would request all the students is, first, complete your studies, get into a job. That must be the mainstream thing. I am seeing lot of students getting diverted for other things, their energy is being misused for other things. Do not divert, do not go into other things. Please complete your studies, concentrate on that, get into a job, and then you can do whatever you want. But then if you want to get into certain things, you want to make some changes, there are proper procedures and legal system to do that. Do not get carried away by things which are shortcuts, I would say. Nothing will help. Eventually you will get hurt. I have seen incidents where the victim's family will be suffering, but all the others will try to make the best out of it. Please don't do that. All of you all have to be responsible citizen. You know that there is a proper system of police, court and other departments, other forums to vent out your things, to register your grievances. There are a lot of helplines and things. So please don't fall for these fake rumors and don't go for such things. Come to the proper forum. There will be someone to definitely help. Otherwise, it will all lead to unnecessary panic and it will disrupt the peace and quiet, basically. And I will request all the students, whoever, in all, and the educational management side also, to cooperate with one another. Sometimes we see that there are some issues, which is clearly because of miscommunication. So those things, please cooperate with one another. Any issue, the students, I would request all of you, any issue, please communicate it to your faculty, to your director, principal, whoever is the senior person, and get it sorted. Don't wait for anything to blow up or become big. You all are properly, you will be protected, your needs will be taken care of. So whatever you have to say, properly communicate to your immediately respond, immediately communicate to your faculty, which will be taken care of. And the same thing goes for the management also, to address the issues and get it resolved. And if it is beyond one thing, immediately inform the police department. These are all general things which I would like to say, not anything specific. But they're just that whenever I meet some students, I would like to put in these things which is to be followed. You're all young minds. You need to think smart. So know that what will help you in future, what will spoil your life. Those things you have to be very clear. So that is why, and I wanted to share this also. And I hope this session has made some impact where someone has prevented some crime. You are safe, you are aware on the road, you are aware when you are on cyberspace. If the speech was interesting, you remember for that. If it was very boring, you remember the torture pannadhu onnu vandu. For that you remember. Either ways, you have to remember that you have to be very aware. You have to keep your safety as the nodal. Be responsible. Go back and tell, we have to put CCTV in our area. We have to you are contributing to the society also and for yourself. And when we are traveling now and then, I have to keep my bags properly, I have to do this. These are the basic things. When you do all that, 90% of the things are done. Beyond that, anything is there. Everyone is there to help. Please approach whenever you have any difficulty. Please approach the police department for anything. We are all there only to help. So if there is some point where you are not happy with the resolution, you can come to the higher ups. There are different levels, from the inspector to AC to DC. There are different levels of officers. You can just go online and check the contact details and can approach. So I wish you all a very happy, successful and healthy life, most importantly, and a safe life. I think I have spread some good message today. And if you can go around spreading the same, tell your friends, family about the basic things, maybe tell the stories I told, what has happened. That way we can help each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam, for your informative session. Now I invite Dr. S. Velmati to felicitate our guest of honor, Ms. B. Sridevi, IPS. So we have come to the end of today's program. Now I invite Professor L. Saikala, Department of Architecture, to deliver vote of thanks.
International Women 2023. It is my privilege and pleasure to express my heartfelt thanks to all the incredible women for their contribution to the society. This year, with the International Women's theme, Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality, it is crucial that we work together to create a safer world for women. We must challenge that harmful societal norms and attitudes that perpetuate gender-biased violence and take concrete steps to promote women's safety and well-being. With this, I would like to thank our beloved director. So she has not come here because of her heavy, hectic schedule, Dr. G. Agila ma'am, for her constant support and encouragement in making this event a grand success. On behalf of our Women's Cell, NIT Trichy, I express my sincere thanks to our guest of the day, Ms. Sridevi IPS, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Tiruchirappalli, for accepting our invitation and grace this occasion. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, we definitely follow your words for betterment of our safe life. I extend my thanks to all who have given their hands to make this event a memorable one. Thank you all.